Hello, my name is Francois, a staff member of the Intelligent Faith Ministries. While sitting here, I was just thinking about what would be a wonderful New Year's resolution for this year's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s national holiday. And this is what I've come up with. I would like to propose this challenge for every Black American and every red-blooded American in this New Year's resolution. Get involved in the Stop the Violence campaign. In the celebration of this year's King's national holiday, it would certainly be a befitting tribute to the honor of Dr. King for the King Center of Social Change to issue a plea for a nationwide campaign to be held in support of Dr. King's philosophy of nonviolence as an act of protest to random violence and crime which today has besieged the Black community and the inner cities throughout this nation. It would indeed be a momentous occasion in honor of Dr. King's Day to launch a campaign to get involved to stop the violence in support and reaffirmation of King's philosophy of nonviolence to address the issue of the casualty, the demise, the death of the Black youth and the devastation of innocent lives in the Black community. Get involved in the Stop the Violence campaign. You may well ask the question, why am I so downtrodden? And my answer to you is, how could anyone not become despondent and vexed from all this disturbing news pertaining to the random acts of crime and violence taking place in many of our inner cities today? So, just sitting here, thinking about how all the senseless violence and crime are running rampant throughout the major cities, and at the same time, sitting here, adoring the beloved picture of Dr. King hanging on the wall. Somehow I find myself in a rare state of turmoil with dubious emotions. On the one hand, I am deploring the sad news of those who commit violent crimes and destroying innocent lives and defaming the reputation of Black Americans. On the other hand, I am beholding to the portrait of Dr. King, such a noble and godly leader who dedicated his short-lived life to the practice of his philosophy of nonviolence. Sad to say, for one who gave his life even for those who are bent upon committing vicious and violent crimes in our society and who seem to no longer respect nor esteem the philosophy and the teaching of Dr. King's nonviolence philosophy. What a pity. What a pity and terrible shame for those who commit such horrific acts of violence against society and humanity, and who have used their civil liberties as an opportunity to commit violence and to desecrate the vision of the American dream which Martin Luther King Jr. so vigorously and courageously fought for and ultimately sacrificed his life. Again, sad to say, this kind of atrocity is taking place in many of our inner cities throughout this nation, where those who have adopted an antisocial behavior are destroying our Black communities and resources and are mutilating the lives of innocent citizens, both Black as well as whites, who are productive citizens in our community. Several years ago, from out of the burden of my concern from violence and crime within the Black community, I created a picture plaque as a positive approach in response to the increasing and rampant violence eroding the plight of Black Americans in the inner cities. Think about the message here. Stop the violence. A resolution to get involved. When some few of us control the most of us, then is the time for the rest of us to get involved before the few make it bad for all of us. Think about that line a minute. When the few of us, who are the few of us? that control the most of us. They are those who are drug dealers, drug addicts, thugs, muggers, home invaders, gang members, thieves, etc., etc., etc. These are the criminals who oftentimes control the most of us, which are those in the community who are law-abiding citizens who work and who earn wages to support their families and to share in the American dream of being enterprising and productive citizens in the community. Then, what shall we do? But when we, who are law-abiding citizens, do not unite and get involved to stop the violence and to combat crime in our community, believe me, we will perish. The old adage is true. The best way for evil to triumph is for good people to sit back and to not get involved. Then the few will make it bad for all of us. Think about it. The message here can serve as a challenge and a plea to stop the violence and to prevent many of our people who are being senselessly murdered in our inner cities. This message, to get involved, can be used in a media blitz, on TV networks, town hall meetings, community forums, and all kinds of venues throughout the inner cities to stop the violence. Now, how can you get involved? This is how you can get involved and show unity and your support in a campaign against violence and crime on King's National Holiday. You can truly make Dr. King a day on and not a day off. You can participate in the resolution to get involved and stop the violence on any level of your choice by purchasing and wearing the Stop the Violence t-shirt. Be committed to Dr. King's philosophy of nonviolence. These are levels you can participate in. Individual level. As an individual, one can purchase and wear the Stop the Violence t-shirt in support and unity with those involved in the Stop the Violence campaign. Staff member level. One can be a member of a medical professional or a rescue unit such as Emergency Rescue Workers, American Federation of Teachers, American Medical Association, and you can wear Stop the Violence t-shirts in support of the campaign. City workers level, such as member of the Atlanta Police Department, the DeKalb County Sanitation Workers, Georgia Power Company, etc., can purchase t-shirts and wear them in support and unity to Stop the Violence campaign. The community level, members of community organizations can wear these t-shirts in support of Stop the Violence campaign in their own community. Organization level, such as members of a fraternity, sorority, or brotherhood organization such as the 100 Men Club of Atlanta, AKAs, and the Delta sororities, etc., can purchase t-shirts for their local chapters and wear them in support of Get Involved and Stop the Violence campaign in their community. To find out more about how to order t-shirts for your campaign project to get involved to combat crime and violence in your city or community, please contact Brother Sammy Madison at Intelligent Faith Ministries, area code 404-284-9619, or by email address madison148@bellsouth.net.